Hey everyone, Shintil coming at you with another weekly video. Two things. One, almost killing my car. Two, all those New Year's resolutions you set almost 2 months ago. Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and hit the notification icon so that you don't miss each week's video. To start off, let me talk about my car. I have a 2014 Subaru Impreza. It is the base model all-wheel drive with CVT automatic transmission. The car is absolutely awesome. It's what I use for Uber. And all of my riders always ask me, is this a WRX? Is this an STI? And they're like, oh man, it's automatic. Like, yeah, I know. Of course, you know, the real Subaru fanatics don't ask me if it's a WRX or an STI. It's pretty obvious. I needed to change the oil and also needed to change the brakes. I was having an issue with the caliper sticking. So I went over to a friend's place. He has a garage and we were working on it. And we took care of the brakes, no problem. They were awesome, amazing, it was great. And we then went to change the oil. Well, we did something. Well, he kind of pointed it out and then I did it and oh man, we made a huge mistake, guys. I almost killed this car. So on the Subaru there is the transmission fluid pan and then the oil pan. Of course any car has that, except that the transmission one's right here, right out in the open with the plug right there. And then the oil pan is tucked up underneath a plastic covering that has a tiny little hole where the bolt is. Well, we made the mistake, or I made the mistake, we made the mistake, doesn't matter, it happened. I drained the transmission fluid. I mean, that's like death to a car. That's like pulling out the IV on someone in a hospital. It's horrible. Don't ever do it. Seriously, if you're gonna change the oil on your car, look up all the facts first. Oh my word. We caught the problem immediately. We didn't drive it like anywhere. So I had to leave my car at my friend's place. And I went back there earlier today with the proper CVT transmission fluid that I picked up from the dealership. So that we could take care of refilling the pan. It's pretty intricate process. You have to have everything, you have to have the engine on, you've got to be within a certain temperature window, and yeah, it's a little bit of a lengthy process. You got to pump it in. It's a lot of fun. So I will give you guys an update on that right after we go into the first section of New Year's resolutions. So everybody around the beginning of the year started doing New Year's resolutions. And now that it's around the end of February, most everybody who made those resolutions is giving up. If you remember in my Road VideoMicro review, I talked about I was going to read one book a month all year long, so 12 books in a year, and I was starting with Les Mis. That was a crazy audacious goal because Les Mis is this thick. It's ridiculous, it's awesome, this book is so good, but it's nearing the end of February and this is all I've read. Little marker right there. But see, here the thing is, if I didn't make that goal, I wouldn't have read as much as I have of this book already. So I'm not giving up on this goal. I'm actually just going to change it a little bit. I'm going to read 12 books this year. Doesn't have to be 12 books a month. Could be 2 books a month. Could be, you know, like this book taking a couple months. But I want to read 12. And if I don't make 12, hey, at least I've read more books this year than I did last year. Alright guys, so what I was telling you earlier, this is the pan for the CVT transmission fluid, and this is what I drained yesterday. Whoopee! So, there's a little valve up here that we have to fill it up with, and we have to do it while the engine is running. So, that'll be fun. Okay, here goes nothing. I guess that's the thumbs down, but whatever, you get the point. So I really wanted to show you guys a time-lapse video that would have looked really awesome of us taking care of the transmission. However, we ran into some problems. Once we got the car lifted, like we knew everything that we needed to do, but we also knew it would be a little complicated and a bit touchy. And then the nut that we needed to take off of the pan, it wasn't coming off, and we didn't want to strip it and cause more problems. So we actually called our local Subaru dealer, and we're like, hey, we have all the parts that you need, how much is labor? And it was actually a pretty decent, fair price. So we then called AAA, got them to pick up the vehicle, and they're taking care of it. I should have the car back tomorrow morning, and I'll give you guys an update on that later. Now, taking a closer look at the second part of this video, New Year's resolutions. Like I said earlier when I was getting everything set up with the car, this is the time of year when people start giving up on New Year's resolutions. Guys, just because you haven't followed through exactly on what your New Year's resolution was so far, doesn't mean you should give up. I mean, you've probably already done more towards that goal than you did all of last year in the past like month and a half. I mean, do not give up. That's just dumb. I mean, just because when you're riding a bike you don't get it in the first day doesn't mean that you gave up when you were a kid. I mean, how many times did you fail at something in school or growing up? It didn't mean you gave up. You kept working towards it, because if you weren't working towards it, you never got anywhere. I mean, guys, come on. Just stop giving up on your goals so you don't meet it right away. No big deal. Just keep working towards it, or you're never going to get there. It's always going to be exactly the same as last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Just work on your goals. And another thing, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I want to do this, but I don't have time. I mean, honestly, in North America, in any free country really, that is honestly a lame excuse. And I'm talking to myself here too. That is a pathetic excuse. You have time. I mean, you're like, oh, I've got a busy schedule. Well, who made your schedule? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't, and I'm pretty sure Joe Schmo down the street didn't either. You made your schedule, just like I make my schedule. I'm not in the type of shape that I want to be in. I 100% admit that. For the past couple years, I have not been in the shape I want to be in. But I don't blame my busy schedule for that. I know that if I want to get in better shape, that I need to take the time to do it. Not like wait for my schedule to become perfect. No, I need to make the time. I mean, I stream, I play video games, I make these YouTube videos. I mean, some of that time can be used towards getting in shape. I mean, I'm sure you watch, TV shows. You can work towards getting in shape. There's nothing stopping you. And you can't blame somebody else for it, because your decisions are ultimately yours. So guys, when it comes to New Year's resolutions, I know this was a tough, harsh video, but like I said in my channel trailer, I'm me, and I'm not going to change who I am to match what everybody else likes. So guys, New Year's resolutions. If you gave up already, start again. Because seriously, if you look back at last year, I guarantee you've done more in the past month and a half towards that goal than you did all of last year. And you guys can do it, and I know I can do it. So, little side note, I'm going to keep giving you guys updates on what I've read. Also, if throughout the videos this year you don't notice that I'm actually getting thinner, call me out. Say it in the comments, like, look, Shintel, you gave us this pep talk, and you're not even following your own advice. Call me out. Alright guys, I'm in this for me, I'm in this for you. Let's do this thing. Stop giving up on our goals. We got this. Alright, so as soon as I have more updates about the car, I will let you guys know. Watch me, on Twitter, the stream, on twitch.tv, all that sort of stuff. I'll shoot out updates and I'll give a more official update in my next video. Alright guys, so that's it for me this week. Just remember, whatever game you play, whenever you play, good luck, have fun, and don't die. Shintel out. I'm pretty concerned. Belby Girl and I bought eggs. I don't know where they are because they're not in the fridge.
Come on. There we go.
Nope, don't like that. I want each week's video. There we go. Alright, sweet break. We got that one. Woot woot. Okay, now I'm not going to stop the camera rolling because it's not film. I can just keep going. It's amazing. And hit the little... that thing. Yep, that thing. That thing that we want that we can't say.